Hey guys! Welcome to the adventures. So you guys know that we cover topics that we find make a powerful impact and make you guys safer and better drivers. And we constantly talk about the environment that we create. And really over the last year and a half, I've done a lot of research. Well, actually a lot longer than a year and a half, but really focus on some of the topics to prove the why behind some of the things that we feel so passionate about. And so we're going to cover sleep environment and why it's so important to create a healthy sleep environment.
We've covered this topic more than once before, but it is a very, very important topic because if you don't get good sleep, you don't have good reaction time. You don't have good reaction time, you're more likely to have an accident.
Yeah, so with some of the research, you guys might be really surprised. So if you have been awake for 17 to 19 hours, that you have the equivalent of drowsiness that is the same as 0.05, the legal limit of alcohol. For a CDL driver, that's 0.08 is the legal limit.
So your reaction and your disposition is not quite drunk, but once you reach that 24-hour point, your well-being, your alertness is worse than being a 0.10, which is legally intoxicated in every state.
So if you're constantly getting 5 hours of sleep at night in a very short amount of time, in about a week, it starts to age the brain. And so you guys constantly know and see that truck drivers age and die quicker and at a younger age. The average age is 68 years old.
They're more likely to have heart problems, they're more likely to have diabetes problems, they're more likely to have a load of other health problems because we're not taking care of ourselves. We're not exercising, we're not eating right, we're eating from, whatever the truck stop has to throw on your plate.
Yeah, and so when you're not sleeping, then your body cannot regulate all of those things, especially like your heart rate. It can't slow down long enough to take out some of the adrenaline and cortisol and all of those things that go up when driving. It also is 43 times more likely to have heart-related problems and diabetes, obesity, all of those things, simply because you're not resting enough for all of those levels to be lowered to then take on the next day. And so there's also, a lot of science that goes behind some of the rules. So FMCSA rules really have science based behind it on why the 14-hour day, 11 hours driving, and 30-minute break after your 8 hours of driving and 10 hours of rest. There is a lot of stuff behind it. I know many of you try to fight against it and you say you can't make it work, but we've always made it work. And we've never run illegal logs. We split our time. We're very careful. So I am always driving at 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. He's 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. And we stay on a very strict schedule and go into bed around the same time. And, all of these things make a powerful impact. Putting up extra curtains so you can have blackout, having a sound machine, a good mattress, all of those things are really, really going to help. Because you don't want a microburst sleep to happen where you're falling asleep for like 2 seconds to 30 seconds and you're really traveling 100 to 500 miles. And there are two particular times of night that make it a lot more dangerous. So if you happen to do a micro sleep in those hours, the likelihood of you running off the road, hitting somebody, crossing center lane just goes up significantly. So why do that to yourself? And just by sleeping, it really increases your reaction time.
And on top of all that, if I don't get my proper rest, I don't stay this beautiful by not getting my proper rest. Look at that. And even more than that, if I don't get my proper rest, I'm a bear. Right, Will Gene? Get away, dude.
You guys, seriously though, but that is some statistics, some science behind why is it so important, your health and aging well. What is the point of, I know many of you decide that this might be a good retirement job and you come on, in your late 40s or early 50s or mid 50s and you think this will be a great retirement job. If you're not getting good rest and you're not putting up a good sleep environment, then you did it all for nothing, because you're going to wear out your brain and your body and just have poor health when you get out of the truck. So you guys, make the right decisions, do what it takes to get your environment, sleep environment set up. You guys spend that money and get it done. Stay safe and enjoy the adventures.
Bye.